Small Business Administration has opened up applications for lenders that want to participate in the PPP. How long it takes for them to be approved could make a big difference in the survival rate of America's small businesses. The lender application released last week would allow non-SBA approved lenders as well as FinTech startups to make loans under that Paycheck Protection Program. PayPal and Square among the first approved as of Friday and Sunday. For more on this, we're joined by Cheddar's FinTech and crypto reporter, Tanea McKeel. Tanea, great to see you. Obviously, a lot of businesses struggling right now to get these loans. Is this going to help accelerate the pace at which small businesses can help get relief?
In theory, yes. And that is the whole reason that they even put out this application for lenders in the first place. That is something that was written into the CARES Act initially, just knowing that the existing lending community was not going to be enough to meet the demand. So the problem is there are 5,000 banks in the US and only about 1,800 of them, like all legit FDIC insured banks, but only about 1,800 of those 5,000 are SBA approved, and therefore only 1,800 can make these PPP loans. So that obviously is a problem. As one source put it to me, these loans are sort of like survival kits. So it's like handing out a survival kit to 1 million people, but there are only 5 people distributing these kits. So the people at the end of those lines might not be able to survive. There's good news, though, that is moving along. So this application came out last week. As of yesterday, there are 4,400 lenders participating in the program compared to 1,800 a week ago. And yeah, as you mentioned at the top, Square and PayPal among the first of the FinTech and the technology first lenders to be approved.
Yeah, to that point, Tanea, how much power can these FinTech names bring to this program compared to, say, traditional banks?
Yeah, so traditional lenders, so think about your community banks and even the larger national banks like Chase and Wells Fargo, who are among some of the biggest among small business lenders, they're really good at relationship building and making larger loans, whereas the fintech companies and I mean, we look at companies like Square and PayPal because they are at the front of this, but really think about fintech companies more like Cabbage, On Deck, Funding Circle. They're really good at making smaller loans and processing a higher volume of applications. So for a traditional bank, it's going to cost them the same amount of time, money, and resources to make a loan for $5 million as it is to process a loan that's going to be $20,000. So think about that. They just, they're not going to spend all that time, money, and resources on a loan that they're going to make very little off of. Now, it should be said that no bank or lender of any size or age is making any money off of this PPP program. It's not about that right now. It's really just about stepping up and helping the American economy. But I say that just to illustrate the speed at which traditional banks move versus the fintech lenders. And also good to note that even though Square and PayPal have come out, and those are well-known and trusted fintech companies. Square has 2 million merchants on its payments platform alone. That's not even the capital side of Square's business. PayPal counts 10 million sellers. Merchants in its business. So like a lot of the banks, Square and PayPal are also going to be prioritizing their own customers before they get to any new business.
And today you highlighted a lot of them, but what are some of the remaining big challenges that the PPP still faces?
Yeah, Nora, so even though they are opening up this program to many more lenders than they typically would have, the biggest thing for the small businesses, I think, is you can still only apply for the PPP one time with one lender. And, maybe you hear back from them and they say no for whatever reason. At that point, you can go and apply somewhere else. But that I think is sort of the biggest challenge right now, that it's first come, first serve. So they're going to continue to wait. I was talking with someone at PayPal, actually, and you just don't know. He sort of talked about a 10-day guidance period. I mean, you submit your application, it goes through an automated process followed by a manual process. Then it gets sent off to the SBA, and this is every lender, not just PayPal. So then it gets sent off to the SBA, and then you kind of have to wait around and see how long it takes them to process it. I mean, even if it took both the government and the lending industry like 2 clicks in order to process the application. Just think of the millions and millions that are coming through right now and how long it's just going to take to get through millions of those two-click applications. So that, and then I think also, and they're related, is the fact that the program is underfunded. And lenders have known for a while that that was probably true. And we know now that as of last week, the White House has asked for an additional $250 billion refill for this program. So.
All right, great breakdown, Tanea. As always, thanks to Cheddar's FinTech and crypto reporter, Tanea McKeel. You, of course, can read Tanea's full piece on cheddar.com.